Hi guys, it's Claris, and in today's video we are going to be doing these beautiful eggs. So what I have done is essentially gotten some boiled eggs, wiped them dry, and then I have done some pretty watercolor on them. So you can see I've done two different styles. One has a faint light background with florals on the front, and then the other one has a white background with just like a pretty floral pattern. So I hope you guys are excited to do this and continue watching to see how this is done. This next egg, we're going to keep it simple and complementary to our patterned eggs. And so this is how I am doing this. We're going to do a gradient egg. So we're gonna make it go from like a nice carmine pink to like a nice purpley color. So what I'm doing is I'm gonna use my number 12 silver black velvet and get some of the carmine, and I am going to just brush it on all around. And now the beauty of these eggs are that you're getting very light consistency, and then you're kind of going in and adding some color, and it's almost going to look like tie-dye eggs. And you're going to let the water and the color kind of run around and do its thing. You don't want to have too much water so that things don't get too runny on your fingers. So I'm just kind of getting enough water, and then with a little bit of color in it, and then if I feel like I need more color, I'm kind of just dipping into my little cake and adding color on here. So I want to add this color in certain areas as in where I feel like it needs to be. So now I am going to do the bottom half of this, and that's going to look something like this. So we've done the pink, we've got like this nice carmine pink color at the top. Now I'm going to get some of the Russian blue and mix it in with the pink over here, and we get this pretty purple. And so it's already on my brush, but I'm going to get a little bit of water on the tip of my brush, and now I'm going to kind of start painting the bottom. And you got to make sure that as you're doing this, that the rest of your egg is dried up, because if it isn't, then you're kind of in a pickle in terms of trying to get the color right. So I'm trying to make sure that I'm on screen, but at the same time not touching any of the damp areas. And that's kind of hard when I've just laid down color. What I should have done was put it into my little guy here. So that's what I'm going to do. And then exactly like how I did previously, I'm holding that there and going to continue painting him. Whoops. So just adding all that nice paint to get like this really pretty what's the word I'm looking for? Gradient almost. So from like pink to purple, and I'm just doing it all over in a very haphazard manner because I just want it to be like a tie-dye kind of egg almost. Tie-dyes are in fashion, are they not? So we are doing Easter tie-dye eggs. So I've kind of put this all around, and now I'm just kind of touching up the top, and then I'm going to leave it as is. Actually, I'm going to add a little bit of pink because I can see that The purple is dripping down, and that's okay. It might like drip down and be more purpley than pink. So I'm just trying to even out. But yes, this is the idea. So now we're gonna allow this to dry, and we will get back to this once it's dry. So now that we have like a nice base color for this egg, we're going to add some purple bright florals. So I'm mixing the violet with the carmine this time. And we're going to do some simple loose florals, just pressing down this way. Just like that. And we'll do them all over this nice egg. So let's do another one over here. Now the egg still is a little bit damp, but I'm not stressing about it too much. I'm just kind of going to go ahead and create these all over to get that nice loose effect because it is still damp. But I want my color to be dark, which is why you can see that the color is transitioning quite dark onto this area here. And we're going to continue this pattern motion all around. And these are very similar to the florals that we did on Sunday for our Sunday live. And so I figured, you know, these are also a great way to practice on a different medium outside of paper. So hope you guys are liking this. And I'm just doing them sporadically all around the place. And if you get different variations of your purple, because obviously as you're mixing it might not exactly be the same, that's okay. I think that will add to the end result of our egg. So we've done some like main florals, so I think we can even just kind of end off with doing a couple of bud looking florals, I guess you can say. So like just a couple strokes here and there, maybe even some to the side. I'm going to add some here, some randomly over here as well, some at the top, some at the bottom, like just kind of fill up a tad bit of the empty white space that you see. And by white space, I mean not necessarily white space, but like, because I know it's like dominantly like this nice pretty pinky purple gradient. But yeah, so kind of like that. And now that we have that, we can kind of allow for the rest of it to dry up before we can do the bottom if the bottom needs any attention. But technically this is what it looks like right now. And we can kind of add some greenery to it. So again, I'm keeping with the same green that we used previously, which is the raw umber, and I'm just going to add stems, and I'm going to connect the little not just the flowers but also the buds. So connecting them using my number 4. Some of them are going to be harder to connect just because of the way you've probably painted them, but that's okay. Because the beauty in these eggs are not so much the detail, but the color and how it's kind of displayed. So loving how these are turning out. I'm just kind of going ahead and creating stems for all of these. And I think we're almost done with the stems. And you can actually add some leaves at this point. So for the leaves, I'm going to do something like thin and long, just like that. So we're adding a little bit of detail to this. Some of the leaves can just be like spiny, just going upward. Some just like off to the side. You don't have to have a lot of green if you do not wish to have too much. Just make a couple of leaves and then end it. But I like the pattern, right? You see how it's like nice and linear and pretty. And let's do another one here. Kind of like going off to the side. Yes, but the idea is you place these florals all over and then you finish them off with the leaves once everything is dried, and you get a pretty egg with some very pretty florals, and it makes for a pretty picture as well and great artwork. So yep. So yes, so this is what the egg looks like, and I kind of like the bottom not having anything, so it looks like the flowers are just kind of springing up from the egg itself. So this is the final outcome of what we just painted. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you are new to my channel, please consider subscribing. Like the video. I put out tons of other videos, watercolor related videos, where I normally am not painting on eggshells, but on watercolor paper. So definitely check that out. Thanks guys so much for watching. Please send me your eggs if you do any images of them on Instagram or Facebook. I would love to see what you guys are inspired to do. So thanks again and have a wonderful Easter weekend.